Welcome back, everyone. Bob Pompeani and Gene Collier with you. We're at the 25th pick. That belongs to Baltimore. They traded down, so they'll have that opportunity. And then the Steelers at 28. Running back still in play. A lot of people don't think they should. But, Gene, when you look at this, given what they know about Le'Veon Bell, a running back is going to be needed. So do you sacrifice a little right now defensively, although the guys they really seem to want are gone, unless you look cornerback and safety? Do you go there or do you go running back? If you had a choice.
If I'm the Steelers, I stay on defense for 1 or 2 rounds, regardless of who might pop up there. Their needs are just so much greater on defense, in my view.
All right, back to the lines we go. It's Barry in Johnstown. Barry, welcome to the program. Go ahead. Hello, Barry.
I just want to know how we got Hagelin and
trade from David Perron.
He's going to be playing Wednesday.
How about Sunday?
Yeah, so I don't think he didn't make the trip, so it sounds to me like he's not going to be. And now there's no need to rush him. Let's go to Wayne in reserve. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Bob. How you guys doing tonight?
Good. Thanks.
Hey, I wanted to comment on Broussard. I think he's on his game. He was winning faceoffs all night. They look good, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on Hagen and Malkin when they're coming back.
Gene?
Well, Malkin before Hagelin. Hagelin, we suspect, has a concussion, Bob. Do you suspect?
Yeah, I think that's. They're not saying. They only say upper body, which takes into account the entire upper torso, the head, the everything. So it's got to be a concussion, I think.
I think it is, and therefore it's not worth speculating on. But Broussard is playing like Broussard plays in the playoffs. That's why he's here.
All right, back to the lines. We're going to Mark in Cranberry, who joins us on the Sports Call. Mark, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Good evening. Thank you, and I enjoy your show very much.
Thank you.
I want to make a comment about the Penguins. Something particular about the first period, that they seem to be back toward their zone. They're having a hard time to get rid of the puck. And they in a bit of disarray, and they repeated that over and over in a lot of games. But the second period comes in, the third one, they are the Penguins themselves. They play very well. Why do you think that this is happening?
I think that's a team prone to make those kind of mistakes here and there, but they clean up sometimes. Tonight I thought they got careless on the first and second goals. Both they were breakdowns, Gene. They're prone to do that given their willingness to pinch in on plays and do things behind the net. Sometimes it's just simple plays, and maybe they get ahead of themselves. I'm not so sure.
Well, I think that's a good observation. They've had a lot of poor first periods this year. I don't attribute tonight's poor first period to that same thing, though. I just think that Washington had a ton of energy. They had won 4 straight. They were out there to show the Penguins they are not going to be pushed around by them again. And I just think the energy level was in Washington's favor in the first period. And in fact, Bob, I don't know if you noticed this too, but that was one of the first times in a long time where it looked like the puck was moving too fast for the Penguins, if such a thing is possible. But Washington played a great first period.
They did, but they're not as fast as the Penguins. I think ultimately that's going to hurt them a lot. By the way, the Baltimore Ravens did, I thought, a surprise pick here. They went for tight end out of South Carolina, Jaden Hurst, who's 25 years old and spent 3 years in the Pirates organization. He looks like somebody who should be on an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and yeah, he spent.
That's probably why in one of those mock drafts I saw the Ravens take a third baseman. That's what happened. Yeah.
You're right. All right, let's go to Ed in McCandless. Hey, Ed, how are you?
Hey, good. How you doing, Paul?
Good, thanks. You, by the way, can see this kind of humor. When Gene Collier is on tour, you should go to see him.
Yep.
Wherever it may be.
The world tour.
I'm sure I'll be right there.
Good.
Okay.
My question is, I think the Steelers are in a tough position. I think the top 3 players which they wanted, which were linebackers, Smith, Edmonds, and Van Esch, already gone. And I don't know what they're going to do. I can't wait to see what they do. I just think they're in a tough position.
They could take Justin Reed. They could take a running back. They can take, I'm telling you, don't be surprised if it's quarterback Mason Rudolph. They really like him.
It's not going to happen.
I'm just saying, don't be surprised if it does.
I will be surprised. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say.
All right. We'll see. It's coming up in 2 picks.
Tell me not to be surprised.
I'm just telling you, don't be surprised.
I'm going to be surprised.
Don't be surprised. Let's go to Al in Manchester. Al, what's your take on this?
I don't see how it's like not very lucid to these coaches and stuff. First of all, great job with getting rid of Todd Haley. Second of all, we need cornerbacks, safeties to cover these wide receivers down the field. Artie Burns, he's okay. He can get us through, but we need someone else tough on the outside.
Well, they
so
like Cam Sutton. They're hoping Cam Sutton steps up internally. Thanks for the call. We're up again.
Cam Sutton, he's okay coming off the bench, but he's not no starter. We need somebody that's 6 foot, 200 pounds, that is agile.
Well, first of all, they don't make him that way. I think they may look into the cornerback spot, but I don't know if they want to spend a first-round pick again, Gene. I think they've done this so many years for first-round picks. They went so many years without taking anyone in a cornerback position, and all of a sudden they're taking them. What do you think?
I still think they'll stick with defense in one form. If they don't like any of the linebackers left, they'll take a corner or a safety before they take an offensive player, I think.
Yeah, it could be running. It could a lot of different ways here. Very intriguing how it's working out. We'll have all the latest and reaction from the Steelers when they make that pick, hopefully by the time we go on with our sportscast at 11:23. We're going to take a break, come back with more right after this on Pittsburgh CW.